How's it going, everybody? So, after a very long time, I wanted to sort of give an update on this channel and sort of where I see this going in the future. Over the last couple years, I haven't really had the desire or interest to make that much content similar to what I made in the past, and I've sort of spent a long time going back and forth on how I should sort of continue to make content. And I tried to sort of push myself and force myself into making the sort of content that I made in the past, and I just don't have a strong desire for that anymore. I'm just really not that interested, and I've sort of not completely, but to a large degree, hit a wall on a lot of the concepts that I am able to teach sort of in the rap domain. Like a lot of the questions that I have gotten that I have not answered are ones that I don't necessarily have the experience that I need to be able to answer. And I've tried for many years now to sort of find the motivation to work on some of that stuff, and I just haven't found it. So I've made a couple pieces of content sort of trying to figure out where to go from here. And over the last couple years, I've realized that there's really only two paths forward for me. One is I'm either going to just make no content at all. Like, this channel's not big enough that I could sort of hand it off to someone else, or I haven't ever found anyone that I trusted enough to sort of pick up where I left off. I did try to do that a little bit for a while, but it just didn't seem like that was something that was going to work. So, on top of that, beyond trying to just figure out how I could sort of make more of the same content, I just don't see it happening. So, moving forward on this channel, I am probably going to start making content that is about topics very different from what I've made in the past. Like in the past, it's almost exclusively been rap content. And I totally understand if people do not want to see content that is different than what I've made in the past, right? Like things that are not rap related or rap tutorials. But I figure it's either the channel's dead or I start making different sorts of content. So that is very likely what will happen on this channel. And I'm hoping that as I make more content and sort of explore more things, that I may find some of the previous passion or interest that I had in making sort of rap content, but I can't make any promises there. So that is what's going to be coming out of this channel moving forward. There are a number of other things that I have interest in. I write software full time as my job. I do a lot of sort of like exercise things, fitness things. I also have my other channel that I made, this How to Happy channel. Um, I'm not going to really be working on that anymore either. So I'm just going to be focused on making content around lots of other stuff. If it works, cool, awesome. We'll keep moving that direction. If it turns out everybody that's here hates that stuff and nobody's interested in any of it, that's okay too. And I'll probably move on to some other sort of project. But this is really the only way that I see this continuing to move forward. Another thing that I've been thinking about and will probably start experimenting with is streaming. So that may be a way to get sort of more of the rap content engagement, right? Because if there are people actually sort of talking to me as opposed to me having to go off on my own and figure out a concept or learn about a concept in a way that's very structured and formal, that was the kind of stuff that was killing my motivation, as I was just spending so much time trying to formalize the content and package it up and make it nice and pretty, and it just became too heavy relative to the amount of value that I was getting out of it. So I may start streaming stuff, and if that's the case and that works, like people come in and ask questions and I answer them on the spot, that might work a little bit better for me or get me more motivated to make more of this content. Outside of sort of those different experimentation things, I'm probably also going to start thinking about or working on projects in the software domain that can help with rap. So if there are ideas for that, let me know, because again, I am just going to move in a sort of different direction and try to find a different space that is lighter for me to be able to engage with you folks more. And that is the only way that I see this channel moving forward. So I just wanted to make a quick video, start getting the content going again. The other thing is I think I'm going to do a lot less editing and a lot less sort of forcing things, trying to structure things, trying to make things look nice and pretty and perfect. I'm probably going to do a lot more talking about experience as opposed to sort of direction, right? I'm going to share more of the things that I am doing or interested in or exploring or thinking about, as opposed to sort of this more formalized, here's how you should do things. Because I've also found that, for example, in the rap domain, like, there are a number of things that I know fairly well, but there are a number of things that I should not be really telling people how to do. I can tell you how I have done it or sort of what my explorations are, but I don't feel confident speaking authoritatively on a lot of topics that people have questions about. So that's another piece that's going to come into play, because I feel like I will be more likely to make more content and engage more if I'm coming more from a place of sharing experience as opposed to telling people what to do. So that's all I really had. I just kind of wanted to give this rough idea for what I plan on doing moving forward, and hopefully a lot more content will be coming. I'm just not 100% sure exactly what the topic will be yet or how it will be structured or any of those things. But this is sort of the opening to what is hopefully more to come. That's all. Thanks for watching. See you.